You know, times were different for men only a few short years ago. From what I can tell, the man woman dynamic has pretty much been relatively consistent since the beginning of human civilization until now. See, now we know what women are thinking in their head. Before, we would just assume or we would tell ourselves sweet lies about a woman's situation and how much she needs protection and she's very weak and she needs help. But women have let us know over the past several years that they are men. So we no longer feel sorry for them. I was looking at an interesting article today that they were trying to, another piece of woman propaganda that they were trying to sell us. And the propaganda goes,
Yeah, what the fuck is that? What is it? You see,
the
what
man,
the
the woman propaganda of today is Gen Z is rejecting situationships and seeking real connection. But that is not true. Gen Z men are rejecting relationships because we have the internet. Men of today can now look and learn about women. When I was in high school, all we knew about women is what we would assume, or we would just believe what they tell us. Now everyone knows you can't believe anything a woman says. Women will tell you they don't even believe what they say because they have no idea what they mean. They're not consistent. Their feelings change overnight based on hormones or birth control. There's a million different reasons. What women are doing now by posting articles like this disgusting piece of propaganda, is it's called coping. They have to cope with not being chosen. Nowadays, men with just a little bit of money gives you advanced resources that most of the world do not have. So that means if you're an American man, you're at the top of the food chain. Women can't go down, they can only go up, but men can go down as far as we want because we're known for bringing women up. Women in America are not going to other countries to find men that they can take care of and build. But a man will take a poor woman from another country as long as she's loyal, stays in her place, and is a traditional conservative woman. If she is a liberal, if she votes Democrat, if she loved Kamala Harris, she's cooked. You will be a fool to marry a feminist as a man, and you will be punished by the woman for making such a ignorant mistake. So when you see they're saying women are saying no, that's not true. Women are taking what they can get. The offers aren't there in the first place. Men no longer have to fight over women. They are everywhere. But there are so few of us men even left. Every day I turn on the internet, all you see is people saying the club scene is dead. Men aren't taking women to the movies. Men aren't taking women to dinner. Why should we? We don't have to. We control everything. We control relationships. We control marriage. And I used to say women control sex, but when you find out that so many women promote selling sex and men are the ones with the money, well, in essence, we control that too. If you're a man who has more money than her boyfriend, you can have sex with her. She'll find a reason to fight with him just so she can get mad and storm out of the house. The good thing is, because of the internet, things are coming back into alignment, and a lot of men are just saying no. I can prove it to you. This is what I just saw. I have another video that I thought was interesting, but let's see.
Beautiful, well-rounded woman cannot find a partner is because a lot of parents failed their sons. My mom on a
No, the sons succeeded. Your mother failed to prepare you to become a wife. Your mother thought that good genetics, well, it's not even good genetics. The fact that you're pretty would be enough. We have the internet now, ladies. We know that pretty fades around 32 to 34 years old, depending on your racial background. And then you're not pretty anymore. That little Coke shake body goes away. We could literally find a woman with your same racial background who's 10 years older than you, and we can figure out what you're going to look like in the future. We're deciding that we can go to another country where women take care of themselves, cherish men, and will make the best mothers. So, because of that, these parents have literally their sons have succeeded in knowing better than to fall for your trap. And we're choosing to leave you alone. You're not that well rounded, which is why you cannot not just attract a man, but keep a man. How are you even considering yourself pretty or beautiful or attractive if you could not attract a husband? That's the only purpose of a woman being attractive, is so that you can attract a mate. Now, if you can't attract a mate, that means you're not attractive, only to yourself and to women who lie to you. But men, if he tells you you're attractive, but he's not willing to marry you, then he's lying to you too. You're not that attractive. You should get over that.
Walk had asked me, we know so many beautiful, well rounded girls. Why are they single? I responded with, your generation was so hard on the girls. Like, we literally had to be made out of glass.
If you look at her left hand, there's no ring. If you look at her right hand, there's no ring. I'm guessing she's over 30, tons of makeup. Her arms are bigger. She's gaining weight. She's gained weight. No one is coming to marry a torta. Now, when I say torta, I don't necessarily mean she's gargantuous. The problem is we live in the age of the internet. If the girlfriend you have is not damn near picture perfect, people are going to make fun of her. They're going to make fun of you. That means your woman is a reflection of your life status. If your woman is beautiful, but you don't have a lot of money, people are going to say that guy's doing pretty good. But if you're a billionaire and your woman is a three, out of shape, overweight, nasty, like some of these women that, we see on these videos, they're going to say, life's been hard on him. I'm going to pray for the brother. Women are the real currency. And you know how good a man is doing based on his women or women's plural. Women don't like Neo, but every guy I know says he's doing pretty fucking good for himself. Even if he has 4 sevens, that's way better than 1 3. That's better than 1 9, because that 1 9 is still just one. There's strength in numbers when you're a man. And people don't want to admit that, but it's reality. And I'm here to bring reality to you so you can understand things better. Do me a favor, like and share the video. If you're on YouTube, I appreciate it. The Single Boyfriend.
We couldn't afford to make mistakes. Failure was not in our vocabulary. Like, we literally had to be perfect. So now you have this large group of women that are almost like overperforming.
There is a ring on this finger, but it's not a wedding ring. It's a ring that she wears so that she can feel as if she's somebody's woman, but she's not. Because for one thing, I can already tell you she's delusional. One thing about delusional women is they are intolerable, because they're constantly trying to manipulate you to buy their bullshit. They're trying to roundabout way blame everything besides their own behavior, life choices, and their own attitude. When I tell people the problem with America is black culture, it's because black culture has overtaken American culture. So in black culture is anti-family, anti-man, anti-marriage, anti-children, and pro-prostitution, abortion, everything degenerate. So these women are literally just followers of the culture. Men, however, have been pushed out. So now, because we have options, you got to think about it, there's 190 other countries for us to choose from, and all of them are beneath the United States. We can go anywhere, so we do. And women here are trying to figure out, well, what happened? But they will never look in the mirror. She'll look into this camera and lie, but she can't dare to look into the mirror and tell the truth, which is sad.
So now you have this large group of women who know how to take care of a home, know how to take care of themselves, are family oriented, but they also
Taking care of a home, taking care of yourself, does not mean you know anything about taking care of a man or taking care of children. Saying that you're family oriented just means you still live at home with your parents. That's why you're living around your family, not because you're a wife or you're a mother and you know how to be a family woman. You just live with your family because you don't want to work. You know, it's crazy. I meet so many women that keep thinking, oh, yeah, I want to get married. But what they're really saying is that I want a man that's going to pay my bills. I want a man that's going to let me retire and be a lazy slob that's going to gain 1 million pounds, watch daytime TV until the internet convinces her to dump him. And then the man is left holding the bag, taking care of the kids. And if you get hit with state, depending on what state you're divorced in, you're going to be paying for her lifestyle, even though you're not with her anymore for a few years or for however many years they negotiate with the courts. Now that men have this much information, we are opting to leave these delusional, self-centered, selfish, um, rather large in stature women where they are. We will leave you at the taco truck. Now, don't get me wrong, we're shallow. You're good enough for the night, but are you good enough for me to take pictures and put you on my Facebook profile? Fuck no. You're not that good. And if he's not willing to do that with you, then he's not going to marry you. He's not going to be your husband. He doesn't want to have kids with you. He doesn't. So no one, you're not even. You got to think about it. When women make these videos, they don't understand. People are going to see these videos, right? Even if a man does like you, after he has sex with you, plus he sees this video, he will no longer like you. Because what's there to like? You are annoying. You're aggravating. You lie. And you really do hate men, but you expect a man to choose you and just give you money. So it's like you're an out of work prostitute. And now that Trump is cutting welfare and social services, I just don't see myself funding the lifestyle of an out of work prostitute. If that's a lot of this is transactional anyway. That's what they care about, the money. They don't even care about the husband. They only have the kids so they can use those children to cipher money from these men. Even if it's a little bit of money, it's more than what she's making because a lot of these women don't want to work or they work low skilled jobs. Oh, I'm a boss babe. I work in tech. No, you're a glamorized secretary. That's why AI just put you out of work. You're not an electrician. You're not a plumber. There's nothing you're doing essential. You're typing. And AI can type way better than you. And they can proofread itself. Really, like I said, a lot of this stuff is over. A lot of this manipulation, a lot of these issues with women, it's over. Them days are done.
also have the ambition of a man and are career focused. Overall, they are performing at standards and expectations that are so high because back home, specifically, my parents are from India. Back home, women weren't granted the same privileges and rights back home in India. So my mom still had me performing the gender norms of a good Indian daughter, but I was encouraged to basically utilize the freedom that I had. Parents.
Well, you know what they say about freedom? With freedom comes responsibility. Responsibility to take care of yourself. So, what that means is this: if you want freedom, for a lot of women, freedom means that's why they want to get divorced. They want freedom from their husband. They don't want to have a man telling them what to do. They don't want to have children tying them down. They want to go out. They want to have sex with whoever they want. They want to do whatever they want with zero structure. That's freedom. If you want freedom and you don't want me to tell you what to do, you're not my wife. I'm not marrying you. You're going to have to take care of yourself. So that doesn't mean the generation of parents failed their sons. That just means that their sons are respecting your wishes. You should say thank you. Right now, you're being ungrateful. You have the freedom that you've always desired. You don't want a husband. You only want a husband now because you're tired of having to take care of yourself. If you don't want to take care of yourself, you're going to have to give up your freedom. But if I'm going to take care of you, you're going to lose your freedom. That's the difference between America and these other countries. In America, you have the right, you have the freedom to take care of yourself. In other countries, the government takes care of you in exchange for your freedom. That's it. If you want to live in America, then you're going to have to be self-sufficient. These women, they want all the freedom. You can't have freedom and a man. You know, I was watching this idiot. I want to finish. I want to finish listening to this lady. We'll come back to her. I was watching this video earlier. Let me see. It's on my TikTok. You guys can always go to my TikTok, the single boyfriend __. But I was watching this video, and someone had the nerve to ask Neo the dumbest question I have seen in a long time. They said, "Oh, are your girlfriends allowed to date other men?" And I was like, how dumb of a fucking question is that? Can your girlfriends date other men? If she wants to date other men, she's not my girlfriend. So why, just because Neo has 4 girlfriends, what's the difference? No, you can't cheat on me with another man. No, if it's me, you, and 3 other women, and you guys all know each other and we all agree to be in a relationship, then me sleeping with them is not cheating. No, you cannot be in a relationship with me as a man and still be out sleeping with other men. That's ridiculous. Matter of fact, where is that video? I just had to play it for you. Even Neo was like, what the hell are you talking about? Neo, girlfriends, other men. Let me see if I can find it on Facebook. Sorry, these are my private chats that keep popping up. Okay, I think this is, no, that's not it. It's a video. Okay, right here. Let's see here.
That's the question I get all the damn time, and I'm answering right now. No, and I'm gonna tell you why. No, they're not. Here's the thing: when I got with these women,
I don't understand why somebody would ask. If you have 1 girlfriend or 4 girlfriends, it doesn't matter. They're all your girlfriends. No, my girlfriends. If my girlfriend wants to date another man, go be with the other man. Don't come back. Leave. It's just a simple rule. When a man is weak enough that he lets women bounce around between him and them, that's how men end up getting killed. You can't mix groups. You know how many fights how many fights I've seen in clubs, how many issues I've had because there'll be a pretty girl. She'll walk over to me, talk to me, but then she's here at this event with another guy at his table. So she's going back and forth between our tables. Eventually, the guy is going to be like, where's my girl and her friends? Because now our table's empty full of women and they're all over there. Fuck those guys over there. And that's how fights get started. You're not supposed to mix men like that. No, if you want to be with another man, it's over. It's over. I hope you like girls. If you don't, then go to hell. I can't believe Neo broke it down. He shouldn't have even had to, but
I did not ask for their exclusivity. I did not demand their exclusivity. They offered it. They said, they came to me and said, I want to be exclusive to you and just you. I said, you understand that your exclusivity to me does not mean my exclusivity to you.
Wow.
You understand this? Yes. You're okay with this? Yes. Okay.
Now, the reason that's okay and why it makes sense is because as men, we hold the cards. We're the ones paying for everything, and we're the ones who decide if there's going to be a relationship. We decide if there's going to be marriage. We decide if we're going to have kids. You just have to make yourself appealing enough to get chosen. Now, as a woman, you're going to have to learn how to compete. If you're not willing to compete, then just prepare to be sitting in front of a camera after you gain 20, 30 pounds, and complaining about nobody is chosen you. Nobody. This woman is from a traditional country. Her parents were married and had her. She's from a traditional family. She got to the United States. Feminism ruined her chances for a family. A man who's Indian, who would have married her because that's a traditional culture, will never, because you're going to end up having to kick her ass all the time. And in America, that's illegal. We're following laws here in the United States. We're not kicking women's asses. We're leaving women where you found them. So maybe she's not a torta. She's a what is it? Non-bread. She's non-bread. She's not a torta. She's a non-bread with tikka sauce, and some curry. That's her. It's basically those ingredients are the ingredients for a lonely thing. Also in her culture, because half my family's from Bangladesh, we're not marrying older women. My cousin right now is, because he's Americanized, he's divorcing his wife because she turned into non-bread, but she still thought she had the same value in her mind. She has the same value of just the rice, because it didn't have all the extra ingredients and extra weight and all the extra stuff that they need. It was just the rice. She thought she was still 20 years younger. She thought she was still 21. You're not. He would have stayed with her because he's loyal if she would have just shut the fuck up. If she could have just watched her mouth and been a little bit more, thank you, sir, for not divorcing me and leaving me for a younger woman. If I do think you're dating with somebody younger, I will pretend that I don't, just so that I can still keep a man in my life. Excuse me. But instead, and I love her to death. She's a good woman, but I understand where my cousin's coming from. And basically he had to show her better than he could tell her. Those games are not going to work. She was speaking as if she can just replace him. Like there's going to be another man coming to her life that's going to just all of a sudden want to take care of her. I said, he did that because when you met, you were 21. 41, 36, 38, that's a different number. There's no reason to take care of a woman that old unless she has some connections or she's, rich or something. And then she's pay like, she can, pay like you weigh. But other than that, it just doesn't make sense for men anymore to get involved with these women or to even stay with these women. It doesn't make sense. So these women that Neo met, she sold herself on to Neo. She said, look, let me tell you what's good about me. These women said, not only will I pleasure the hell out of you and shut the fuck up, but I'll do this with other women too. I'll do this with other women. I'll mess with other women. I won't complain about other women, daddy. I'll be a good woman for you. See, as a woman, these women, people tell me all the time, yeah, I see Neo's girls, but they're not that cute. Who gives a fuck? They're compliant. I'll take compliance over cute 99.9 times out of 100. I need cooperation. I don't necessarily need looks. Looks are an added bonus, but like it's crazy. My ex-girlfriend calls me today. Now she's my ex because she thought she was now don't get me wrong, she didn't gain weight. She's still small, but she had a bad drinking problem and just couldn't shut the fuck up. She kept talking to me like she could replace me. Well then, bitch, replace me. Goodbye. Go take care of yourself. See if another man. If she had been with me so long being spoiled, she thought everybody would just spoil her. No. She liked girls. I like girls. I kept her around for that. But if you're not a man, see, I have a niche. I'm a niche kind of guy. Only a man with my niche is going to see a value in a lot of these women. These women that Neo met, they were all single when they met him because nobody else had a use for them. But Neo had a niche. I want girls that like girls because I'm trying to do the poly thing. Niche. Very slim area where certain women are going to be able to comply and be in that situation. My ex-girlfriend had that niche too. But there was this one girl in particular who was Team Rico to this day. I haven't seen her in years because I moved to another state, yada, yada. To this day, she still texts me every week, calls me, tells me how much she misses me. Not my ex, the girl my ex hated. And she had to deal with her too. And she's like, I hate the fact that you have that chick here. She's not as pretty as me. She's not this. She's not that. Yeah, she's not those things, but I'd marry her before I marry you because she's Team Rico. She's cooperative. You complain about her. She doesn't complain about you. Men hate complaints. Once all the complaining starts, I'm out because I feel like you're taking things for granted. You could just be single. I could just send you back to where I met you and you can just be back in the clubs, just get passed around to every promoter and guy with 3 shots of tequila in the city. Go back to that. But I hate complaining. The chick she was talking about did never complain. To this day, she doesn't complain. If I had to say, okay, Rico, you got to marry your top 5, she's in the top 5 that I'm going to marry today. Personally, I'm just not, what is it called? Not polyamory. It's called poly something. In Rico's opinion, wives are a headache. So 4 wives mean you have 4 headaches. I'm cool. I'd rather just, friend zone every woman in my life, sleep with them sometimes, and just meet new people and just keep it moving. Because the juice isn't worth the squeeze anymore. These women are not worth it. But so that was me explaining Neo's situation. I'll let him explain the rest.
Okay, cool. Since you are offering your exclusivity and I'm taking it, now there's rules that I need you to follow. But at the same time, I don't do ownership. Like I'd be a fool to feel like I'm the only person that anybody will ever be attracted to, anybody will ever want to see. I know that. So should that situation ever come up, nothing is above a conversation. However, in that I'm the head of this household, what I say goes. So if I say no, it's a no. And you just got to let that be a no.
Bottom line. She doesn't understand that as an Indian woman, the problem is feminism. She should understand that as an Indian woman, she should understand it. Feminism ruined her prospects of ever being a wife.
It's failed their sons because while so much pressure is being put on women, nothing was put on their boys. They were and are still coddled. They're not independent, meaning that they're codependent on their parents for multiple things. Also have no sense of leadership. They're consistent.
So what men is she meeting? So you mean to tell me you can't meet one man that doesn't live with his parents? What does that say about you? We all know they're out there. I live alone. I don't have a woman living here. I'm not moving a woman in. So what would she say about me? I don't live with my parents. I'm not coddled. They're just, what this is called is coping. If you read the description of the video, this is coping. This is how women cope with not being chosen. These women are older. They're old now. Like, there's no one coming. And they can't make themselves younger. They can't. They can't. They're not going to be able to do it. So there's no one coming that's like, oh yeah, I'm going to just give you some money. Like, why would somebody do that? Why would somebody just offer you resources for what's special about your vagina that a girl that's 15 years younger than you and quieter than you, how's your vagina trump hers? It doesn't. This is a world that everyone has to know their place. As a man, we know if we don't work, we don't eat. Men know our place. We're rejected. We used to be rejected. But now the internet has shown us that we can really do no wrong. We are the prize. We are the ones in full control over everything. And we prove that because we were just watching all these women crash out on the internet day to day. But the internet has shown us the truth about these women. And the fact that we don't want them anymore means we don't like the truth. But we'll still sleep with them from time to time. But we're not marrying you and we're not claiming you. We'd rather meet a woman from another country. And God forbid, once the laws change over here, actually the laws are changed now. Trump made it so that even if I do bring a woman here from another country, if we break up or if she's trying to scam me to get a green card, if we break up, I can just call immigration and they are going to deport the fuck out of her within a matter of days. They've changed those laws. So we don't have to deal with these American English-speaking women anyway. Look at her. She's Indian. There's a woman that looks just like her in India with a completely different personality that's more pro family, submissive to my husband, and can't wait to be a mother. Zero excuses, doesn't want to be in a club, doesn't want to be attracting other men's attention. We don't like that. People were, I don't know who convinced these women that men like that. We don't. Obviously, we don't. That's why nobody is with her. Nobody's with a lot of these women for that reason.
Certainly relying on a system for guidance and direction instead of building like that inner voice and trying to take initiative to build their life. That's why women are single. Because not only did we have to fight for the life that we wanted, it was completely possible to do that. Though it was hard, it was possible. But there are men that don't want to utilize this opportunity to better themselves and like have dreams and have goals. Instead, they're looking for a partner.
No, we have dreams and goals, and we don't need you to reach them. Our dreams are of peace. Our goals are financial so that we can afford to have sex and attract better looking women. Not to attract a one good looking woman, but we want to attract a good looking woman, and then the next good looking woman, and the next, and the next, and the next. Just getting one good woman and stopping doesn't even make any logical sense anymore. Because at any point in time, her feelings for you can change, and they will change. And then what? You want to pay her alimony? You want to have to learn how to live on your own again and move out, get an apartment? And then what? You wasted 20 years, you'll buy a Corvette? What are you gonna do? No, it doesn't make any sense. These women are not. These women are not in anymore. American women, and she calls herself Indian. She's American, completely Americanized, no accent. Just she's an American, and basically, and now all these women are really just black women, but with white skin or brown skin or yellow skin. So all the issues that people have been complaining about with black women, and you see how black women are all single with children, no husband, no boyfriends, and just baby mamas. That's now all American women. Any American woman who's not considering themselves as conservative is cooked.
To be a replacement for their mom. Isn't that why so many beautiful, well-rounded women?
And then these ad hominem insults. It's pointless. It's pointless. Nobody wants these women because there's just nothing you can do with it at all. So yeah, to answer the question of the prompt, or just not even the question, but just to look at it, Gen Z is not rejecting situationships. These is the women are just not being chosen. So what it's like this. It's like, say, remember when you were a kid and somebody had like a toy that you wanted to play with, and they said, "No, you can't play with my toy." You know what you would say? "I don't want to play with your stupid toy anyway. I hate that toy." But really, you wish you could play with that toy. It's the same thing for women when it comes to relationships. I never wanted to be in a relationship. I don't want. I reject situationships. No, you just don't have the option to have one no more, and the men are not choosing you. So you tell yourself that so that you can sleep at night because all you have as a woman is your looks. So if your looks are not good enough to attract a man that's going to marry you, then you know you failed. That right there will keep most women up at night. I'll be honest, a lot of women don't even feel comfortable being a prostitute or being a hoe and cheating until they get married because now they've reached their goal and now they know they can relax. They can just do whatever they want. But when they're single and looking, they're so stressed out about finding somebody to be with them that they can't even think of doing anything extra. So you got to be careful as a man of how you're going to go going forward. You should really listen to my advice. I do counseling for men. If you want to talk to me, I just helped some guys that just went down to Colombia. They sent me DMs on my Instagram and on my TikTok, and I hooked them up with some people, introduced them to some folks, and now we're like talking, and we're helping them out with some stuff. But this advice will save you a lot of money and a lot of stress. You want to be stress free? Listen to me and avoid a lot of these women and these situationships. They're not even worth it. You don't even have to do that. You don't have to take them to dinner no more. You don't have to take them to movies. They're getting older every day. If she's not willing to just, you need to do this, just leave her alone for about a year or two. And then you send her a DM in 2 years. And guess what? Yes, sir. Yes, sir, daddy. What you need me to do? I'm happy. I'll do whatever you don't got to take them nowhere. Just wait. Just wait. The delusion, time will fix these delusions. They get older and they're going to see all the other women, especially if they're not trying to date another woman, they're going to learn they got to compete. So just give it time and they'll snap out of it. This is advice from Rico, the single boyfriend. I'll be back on with another topic in about 20 minutes. I'll see you guys shortly.
I've been needing to find a new apartment, which has not been easy with credit as bad as mine. Luckily, I found cosigning.com. They connected me with a cosigner who helped me get my dream apartment for me and my dog. I just paid a small fee and was able to move in fast. Get the cosigner you need for the apartment you want. Check out cosigning.com today.